Hillary Clinton just stumble upon her Mitt Romney moment, an event caught on tape at a fundraising affair back in February? Take a listen.
There's just a deep desire to believe that, we can have free college, free health care, that what we've done hasn't gone far enough and we just need to, go as far as, Scandinavia, whatever that means. They're children of the Great Recession, and they are living in their parents' basement. If you're feeling that you're consigned to, being a barista or, some other job that doesn't pay a lot and doesn't have much of a ladder of opportunity attached to it, then the idea that maybe, just maybe, you could be part of a political revolution is pretty appealing.
They are living in their parents' basement. Now, I don't know about you, but I saw a lot of older Bernie Sanders supporters. I think if that was the case, they were living in their own basement. Be that as it may, did a lot of that strike you as something very familiar from 4 years ago? Remember this?
There are 47% of the people who vote for the president are well. There are 47% who are with him, who are dependent on government, who believe that they're victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it.
Now, the media was all over that. Will the media jump all over this? Keep in mind, Mrs. Clinton went on to tell this group of fundraisers that if you're feeling like you're consigned to being a barista, some other job that doesn't pay a lot, doesn't have some other ladder of opportunity attached to it, then maybe you feel a revolution is appealing. What she is saying essentially of those supporters of Bernie Sanders, who she is trying to corral now, is that, well, they're angry and they're living in their parents' basement, and the best they can hope for is being baristas. That might be offensive. Let's go to Frank Luntz and what he makes of all of this. How do you think this reverberates, Frank?
Well, I'm surprised that she said it. I understand why. It was back in February.
Right.
But after making the deplorables comment, and you have this combined, I think someone on the Clinton campaign should be telling her, stop insulting the voters. Whether they are 21 years old or 61 years old, whether they support you or Donald Trump, nobody wants to be insulted by candidates that they do not like.
Now, she's going to preface, Frank, that this was back in February, and it was at a fundraiser meeting. Now, the same was said of Mitt Romney saying this at a fundraiser function, but obviously tape runs there as well.
And it doesn't really matter. There's a reason why she's at a 58% unfavorability rating, which is the highest of any Democratic nominee since they began survey research in the 1930s. It's because they believe that she doesn't understand them, she doesn't care about them, and this is just another example of her attacking them. But I gotta say, Neil, that this still is not as significant as what is happening on the other side with Donald Trump and the comments that he is making. Because in the end, about 90% of the news coverage is going to be on Trump and Trump's tweets, and only 10% is going to be on what Hillary Clinton said about millennials. In the end, these candidates are doing significant damage to themselves. It's all self-inflicted. It is all unnecessary, and it explains why this is the most negative campaign in modern times, and these candidates are both the most disliked of any two candidates in modern times.
You know, Frank, help me with this and what the media then will gravitate to. And I think the media loves controversy. Obviously, it's fair game to go after Donald Trump's tweets. Many Republicans are saying, why are you getting sidetracked and doing this stuff? But they went full throttle, that is 4 years ago, and Mitt Romney and the comments that he made, these famous 47% remarks, and interrupted almost everything else they were doing to cover them. I suspect, it's just me taking a wild hunch here, that they're not going to put these Hillary Clinton comments in that same category.
I agree with you. But that's one of the reasons why the media has the lowest trust rating and credibility rating that it ever has. Whether it's the Q reports, whether it's Gallup, the percentage of Americans that put their news in traditional media sources is dropping. And that's because they find it biased, they find it incomplete. Two of the reasons why they're turning to online, because it allows for the average individual to decide what they get and what they're looking to the convention, the Democratic platform, Hillary Clinton adopted about 70% of the Sanders platform. He didn't win on everything, but he won on a lot. And by the way, it's not just free job training or education. It's also free health care. It's elimination of debt. She has become the vessel for the Sanders platform.
So
She's
will they
just not the
remember
vessel
that,
for
Frank?
Sanders supporters.
Will they remember that his supporters, rabid supporters of that, and forgive this sort of sweeping depiction of themselves from Hillary Clinton?
It's a simple question. Is this going to run in tomorrow's New York Times on the front page? Is it going to be in the Washington Post?
I guarantee
the
it
LA
won't.
Times, the Wall Street Journal?
It won't.
Then if it won't, then I'm sorry, Neil, but it will not be heard and it will not have an impact. The question is, who sees it? How often do they see it? And do they see it with passion and emotion? And I'm afraid, Neil, that if the answer is no to that, then no, it will not have an impact.
All right, Frank, thank you very, very much. We only bring this tape to light, friends, because as we said with the debate, a debate that we surmised Hillary Clinton won with Donald Trump, it is fair game to go after Donald Trump. God knows he provides enough opportunities. We were surprised that there were not even a fraction of the interruptions for Hillary Clinton. It was fair game 4 years ago to expose this tape of Mitt Romney, the 47% remark, go after it, whether it was indelicate as the candidate at the time put it to me. But if a similar tape comes out on another candidate, show the same zeal, the same energy. And that is something that remains in some doubt. But we thought we'd share it with you just the same. Meanwhile, a new Fox